Well, hello again. It's Friday, January the 23rd at about 2:45 p.m. And I've got some things I want to update you on and talk to you about your grades. First of all, grades have been posted in what is one of the tabs called Course Grades. Course Grades, not my grades, course grades. You look there, you'll be able to see what your grades are for your assignments that have been submitted so far, and also your recorded attendance. A couple of things you need to know. Number one, your grades are there by your fantasy name. Some of you haven't sent me a fantasy name. If you haven't, I assigned you one. Fantasy names I've assigned are in blue. If you don't know who you are on that list, it's because perhaps you didn't send me a fantasy name. Also, you will see that not all of the grades are there because I don't have those assignments. Let's talk about that. Your grade is based on a reflection paper for every try-it. If you do not submit a reflection paper, if you submit just the try-it, not the reflection paper, there's no grade. You must submit both the reflection paper and the try-it. All right, I still don't know, for some of you, or some of you don't know, your section number. You're turning in things that are 80N when in fact you're an 81N, or vice versa. Please make sure all papers you turn in have the section number you are in. For those of you in the online course, it is either 80N or 81N. It's easy to see which one you are. All you have to do is go to the blackboard, and that'll be the one you can open. It'll tell you what you're opening. It'll say 80N or 81N. All right. Your name is missing from some of the submitted assignments, or you're submitting your assignments under your fantasy name. Kitty? There is no Kitty in this class. I have people with first and last names. Also, some of you are sending emails not from your Ivy Tech email, or your email name just says, in my case, it would say K. Klein. It doesn't say at ivytech.edu. You need to make sure you are sending everything from an Ivy Tech email address. Some of you have a conflict between your married name and the name you're registered under at Ivy Tech. When you send something in and your married name is Jones, but your Ivy Tech email is Smith, and it comes to us, it creates no end of confusion. Make sure that you have clarified any confusion by maybe even putting something in there that says, my married name is Jones or Smith, and my name that I was registered Ivy Tech on was Jones or Smith, whichever it is. That will help, but also make sure that your name is on every paper. Please make sure that the name that's on the paper is the name under which you're registered in the class. That's important. All right. Reflection papers are too short. Remember, it says one page, double spaced. And another thing, some of you are trying to use the smallest type font you can. Doesn't work. One, it makes it look like you're not submitting enough. And two, I can't read it. Look at me. I'm an old man. Please, at least 12-point font. You don't need to go 16 or 14. 12-point. That will make it easier to read. Some of you are submitting your assignments late. All assignments, discussion board and assignments, are due in the online classes Monday at noon. Monday at noon. If they're not here Monday at noon, they are late, and you don't want to do that. Also, I have a rule in this class. Do not submit assignments unless you have spoken to me and gotten an exception for a single issue, not for the whole semester. I've had one person I've done that with, that you can submit earlier than 48 hours in advance. And you know, I'm hearing from people that say, I've never had this in any other class I've ever had. But you know what? Every online class is different. And so get used to it. Some online classes you have to check in 3 and 4 times a week. And if you don't, you're marked absent. If you get so many absences, you fail the class. Go with the flow. Those are the class rules. Go with them. All right. Some of you are not submitting your assignments as you were told in Microsoft Word. Now, some of you have Microsoft Works, and you submit assignments to me. I can't even open them. I can only open assignments that end in an extension DOC, DOCX, or if you have Works and you'll save it in .rtf, that stands for rich text format, I can at least open that. I sent out a message to everybody about how to get some copies of Microsoft Word. All right. Some of you are not submitting the case of. So you've got all the try-its and a case of in each week. Some of you are not submitting the nickel and dimed assignment. Some of you are telling me you don't even know where the nickel and dimed assignment is. Have you looked in the assignment section? Some of you aren't reading what's there. The assignment section says, sometimes 6 to 8 different questions on nickel and dime, and it says answer 1 or 2. It doesn't say answer them all. 1 or 2. When I was your age in college and it said 1 or 2, I always picked 1. Make it as easy on yourself as you can. All right. Some of you are not doing the journals, the case studies, and the study quizzes. There is one of those every week. It is to be emailed to me. Do not write a reflection paper on the journal, the case study, or the study quiz. And if you don't know where to do all of those are at that address you were told about, www.mhhe.com/power. That's where the try-its and the journal, the case study, and the study quiz reside. The first exam in this class, there are 10. There'll be 10 weeks of exams. Goes up Monday at 8 a.m. It will go down the following Sunday at 11:55 p.m. So you will have from Monday, January 26th at 8 a.m. until Sunday, February 1st at 11:55 p.m. It's open book. There are, on the first test, I think there are only 16 questions. Open book. When you read the exam thing, it tells you what chapters it covers. And so that some of you don't get surprised by this, even though we may only be in the 3rd week, you may be having an exam over weeks 5 and 6. You have to read ahead. Don't wait until the week of and then say, well, I didn't know that I had an exam covering a chapter we hadn't even had in class yet. Yeah, you've had it. It's assigned, so take a look at it. Now, let me repeat one more time. I've told people if you have any problems, if there's things you don't understand, give me a call. The phone numbers are on the syllabus. Call me if there's something you don't understand. Your success in this class is you doing the work that needs to be done and turning it in on time. Once again, this is not a hard class. There are a fair number of papers to write, but they're about you. They're about you. They are your answers. There aren't right answers or wrong answers. They're your answers. Reflection papers are the key. I hope you have a good weekend. Take a look at your course grades. Look at how many things are missing that I have not received from you. Generally, it means you turn in a try-it, emailed me a try-it, but you didn't do a reflection paper. If there's a 0 there, I don't have a reflection paper. If you have any questions, give me a call. The phone number's in the syllabus. Please read the syllabus, read the assignments, and read the announcements. It's amazing how many problems you can solve for yourself if you'll just read. Number of people have written me and said, I tried to do the scavenger hunt, and I couldn't find answers anywhere. But you know what? I didn't tell anyone where the answers were, and a whole bunch of people figured it out. Those of you who haven't figured out where the answers are yet, you might go online at Ivy Tech and look up facts about Ivy Tech. Okay? One other quick thing. One of the questions on the scavenger hunt said, what's the average age of an Ivy Tech student? Some of you saw that the age range was 16 to 86 or whatever it said. A range is not an average. Read the questions carefully. Okay, have a great weekend. Do get your assignments in on time, Monday at noon. And just kind of a heads up, because various regions take their spring breaks at different times, we don't take a spring break in the online class. So you might want to note that if you're planning on going someplace, you still have assignments to turn in. Have a great one. Make sure that you're doing the discussion board, because that's the basis of attendance in this class. Have a good weekend. Bye.